This game went from fantastic and holy smokes, this team might win the ball game to, yeah, this game is way out of reach really fast. Jays lose 7-2 to the Boston Red Sox, and Boston, if I'm not mistaken, with that win against the Blue Jays today, become the first team in the league to clinch a playoff berth. And rightfully so. They are a great team. Do I like them? No. I'm a Jays fan. I'm not supposed to like the Boston or the Yankees, but they're a very good team. And they're probably the force to be reckoned with. They're in the playoffs. So they've now clinched their playoff spot. The Jays are officially eliminated. Not today, but they are officially eliminated. And you know what? This is where we look at the future, guys. In a game like today where the Jays sucked and lost 7-2, we turn and look to, okay, did any young guys do anything positive today? Well, Ryan Borucki, guys, got the start, and he was stellar. Throwing strikes, quality strikes, mixing his pitches nicely. He was great. Went 6 1/3, give it 3 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned, 5 strikeouts, and walked 2. Now, the tough part for Ryan Borucki there is that the first run was the triple from Steve Pearce off the wall. And then, and then he gets pulled from the game at that point. They're in the 7th. And Ryan Tepera gets his next batter, Ian Kinsler, to strike out. And we're like, all right, that's exactly what you want to do. But then Brock Holt steps to the plate I think he gave up a walk as well. Yeah, I think Tepera gave up a walk and to Eduardo Nunez. And then Brock Holt came up and hit a 3-run shot off the bench. And that gave the Red Sox the 5-2 lead at that point. And that ended the night of Ryan Borucki. So that second run, it was earned technically, but Ryan Tepera, you really want to be able to get that out. But he missed his pitch completely, and Brock Holt made him pay. Good teams, good players, they make you pay for mistakes. Now, the Jays did get off to the 2-0 start, though. Ryan Borucki was dealing through 5 innings, guys, and that gave the Jays offense some time to get the offense going. And they waited till the 6th inning, where Devin Travis started off the inning with a lead-off double. Next batter, Justin Smoke, a very lengthy at-bat, and what does he do? Fly ball deep to right, and that Devin Travis tags up, and he moves to third base. Exactly what you want to see in a 0-0 ball game when your pitcher is dealing. And then, I think they end up walking Kendrys Morales, I think on 4 pitches or something like that, and they bring in Jonathan Davis to pinch run. Now, guys, you remember a few videos ago, it was flipped, and Morales was running, and Grichuk was at the plate. And they tried the hit-and-run play with that. Morales didn't, he slid right into the tag. He didn't try and stop up and get in a rundown to make the run score. Instead, he slid right into the tag. Fast forward to today's game, Morales gets lifted for the pinch runner, Jonathan Davis, and the exact same thing happens. Jonathan Davis steals for second. However, he does not go full tilt. He goes about halfway and then stops because he wants to get in the rundown. Now, instead of them trying to get Jonathan Davis and get him in a rundown and then fire it home and have some craziness going on there, Ian Kinsler cuts the ball off right away and fires it home. It's in the dirt, and it's a perfect bounce for Sandy Leon, guys. But right when it hits the ground, Leon takes his eye off the ball and onto Devin Travis. And I'm not sure how you can catch a ball without seeing it. It goes by him all the way to the wall, all the way to the backstop. Travis comes in to score. Davis ends up at third. And there's only one away, and the Jays had the 1-0 lead. A couple batters later, because Grichuk strikes out to make it a 2-out, and you're like, damn, that's a really big run at third base. Kevin Pillar takes a pitch into center field that he really shouldn't have. It was a curveball way outside, but again, Kevin Pillar does this type of stuff. He finds a way to gift it into center field. Davis comes in to score, and the Jays have the 2-0 lead. The way Borucki is pitching, this is incredible. But then the Jays run into that problem, and the 3-run shot from Holt, and it's 5-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th with Jake Petrichka on the mound. Benintendi doubles, Betts comes in to score. Kinsler singles, Benintendi scores. And they're just running up the score here. They bring in Taylor Guerrero up with, I think, second and third. And on a wild pitch, J.D. Martinez comes in to score, and it's 7-2. 2 terrible innings by the Blue Jays. Bullpen gives up a 4 spot in the 7th. Only 1 was charged to Ryan Borucki on the play, and a 3 spot in the 8th as the Jays lose 7-2. Only had 5 hits in the game. Obviously, Chris Sale got the start, The reason I do this is he only pitched the 1 inning because he's coming off of injury, and they're in the playoffs. They've clinched the playoff berth. They're pretty much going to be the division winners in the American League East. So they don't need to rush him back. They throw him out there for an inning, and then they go bullpen the rest of the way, basically. And they still get the victory. So there you go, Red Sox fans. But overall, guys, I really thought Ryan Borucki pitched well. He was pitching quickly, didn't let hitters get set at all. He was throwing quality strikes. I thought he was fantastic during the ball game and dropped his ERA, 13 spots to 4.26 against a team who he has faced twice already before the start and has gotten rocked in both outings. So this right there is beautiful to see from Ryan Borucki. Ryan Tepera gets the loss, obviously give up the 3-run shot to Brock Holt. And that was a very, very terrible play on his part. Jake Petrichka goes 2/3 an inning, gives up 3 hits and 3 runs, and also walks a batter. He was terrible. And Taylor Guerrero throws the wild pitch that scores J.D. Martinez, but he does get the next batter out to end that inning. So, I mean, if you're looking at it, guys, it's the Boston Red Sox. Look, if the Jays had a perfect record, have not lost, like I'm just saying, hypothetically saying, if they had not lost to Boston and they had never lost to the Yankees, they'd be a plus 500 ball club. They're so bad against those two teams, and rightfully so. They're very good ball clubs. But it tells you how bad the Jays have been against those two teams. And the rest of the teams, the Jays have been faring all right. So it's very interesting to tell, guys. But positive things. Lourdes Gurriel, guys, goes 1 for 3 in the ball game. Leads off the top of the first, off Chris Sale with a double. And he strikes out once, but he also walks once. And the defense by Gurriel today I thought was terrific. He was fantastic. And he's really shown some very, very good strides there at shortstop. I think he has done fantastic. And so with him continuing to improve, the question of Troy Tulowitzki being on this team next year, if healthy, I don't know. I mean, remember he had that quote saying, if someone's better than me, then I'll pack my bags and go home. Well, Lourdes Gurriel right now is proving to be better than you, Tulo, so get the heck out of here, unless you want to actually play and shut your mouth, because you haven't played in over a year and a half. So, zip it. All right? Come out and play and show us you're a great player still, or hang him up. You're making enough money to do so. Devin Travis, guys, goes 1 for 4, obviously with the double there in that 6th inning, scores the run. He did a great job. I thought he was, I mean, you didn't see a whole lot of Devin Travis, but he got that rally started there in the 6th. And, guys, Justin Smoke, yes, he was 0 for 4 with the strikeout, but the ability to move Devin Travis over does not get overlooked enough. He was fantastic, great at bat, and a great job moving the runner over, and the rest is history, guys. Solarte, he pinch hit and went 1 for 1 with a hit. Grichuk over 4, Pilar 1 for 4, Hernandez 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. But guys, he's looked a little bit better defensively lately. And there was a quote. I'm not gonna say there's a quote because I can't quote him, but I know he was saying, "I'm gonna be a great defensive MLB player." He knows what he can do. So now we, as Jays fans, we want to see it. Let's see what you got, kid. I mean, this team ain't going anywhere this year. They're not going anywhere next year, probably. You never know. But assuming this team is like this team next year, they're not going anywhere. You have room for improvement. This team's going to make mistakes. Let's see what you got, kid. All right? I want to see what Teoscar Hernandez can do for us. Danny Jansen, guys, goes 1 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. He's hitting .273 on the young year. And that wraps that game up for the Jays. They were not great. But another what kind of word is that? Another positive thing for Blue Jay fans to look at, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Guys, they're in the finals of their league, obviously, and they played Game 1 tonight against the Akron Rubber Ducks. I love that name. That is a fantastic baseball name. And it went all the way to 10 innings, and New Hampshire got the 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning off a Forrest Wall 2-run single. Name sound familiar? You're darn right. Sungwon Oh trade. We got the 22-year-old, and there we go. Coming up big in the playoffs for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. He went 2 for 4 in the game, had a double, had a couple RBIs. Obviously, those 2 big RBIs in the game. Bo Bichette, guys, goes 0 for 4. Harold Ramirez 1 for 3. Santiago Espinal, Steve Pearce trade. He goes 1 for 4 and scores one of the runs. And the thing I love to see, TJ Zeuch. I'm going to learn that once they start talking about him more. He gets the start in this one. He started Game 1 of the last series and went some great innings there. Struggled with location in this game, but overall didn't do a bad job whatsoever. Went 6 innings, he went 4 hits, 1 run. That one run was earned. Walked one. Holy smokes! Let me slow that down real quick. I don't know what was happening there. He went 6 innings. He went 4 hits, 1 run. 1 was earned. Walked 4. Not great, like I said. Location was off, but he struck out 4 and got the. Well, I don't think he got the victory because it went into extras in the 10th inning. Great job by the New Hampshire Fisher Cats to take Game 1 of the series against the Akron Rubber Ducks. God, don't you love that? Don't you just love that name? I mean, there are some minor league names out there, guys, like team names that are just fantastic. So Game 2, guys, goes tomorrow. It looks like John Harris, former first or second round pick from the Toronto Blue Jays, is on the mound for the Fisher Cats tomorrow in Game 2 of that series, 6:35 first pitch. In Akron, there's going to be Rubber Ducks on the field, I swear. But the New Hampshire Fisher Cats look to take that 2-0 lead, heading back to New Hampshire, which would be fantastic. All right, so there's your little prospect update, your little bit of minor league talk if you want to talk about that. So Game 2 of the Red Sox and Blue Jays goes tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch. Aaron Sanchez on the mound for the Blue Jays. David Price on the mound for the Red Sox. All right, 7:10 first pitch, like I said, at Fenway. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed those 2 runs and Barucki's outing, but that's it. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Oh, and also New Hampshire winning. Hit that like button, guys. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What did you think of the game? What were your thoughts on Ryan Barucki? I thought he was stellar in the game today. What have you thought of Danny Jansen in limited time? All that kind of stuff. And also, what are your thoughts about some young guys down with New Hampshire? That team was not a playoff team last year. You add some of the young guys, you bring that core up. They're in the finals, and they won Game 1. I want to hear what you guys have to say about all those guys, all the prospects coming up for this team, because that's the fun stuff we can talk about. And Evan and I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon, podcast edition. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is down below as well. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night as the Blue Jays look to win a darn game against the Red Sox and beat David Price. He's 14-6 with a 3.57 ERA. So it's not going to be easy, but we're going to have to wait and see. All right, 7:10 first pitch at Fenway. Aaron Sanchez, David Price. I'll talk to you guys then.